Minutes November 6th and 12th. First by legislator Lockwood, second by Yurden. There you go. Legislator Yurden. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Okay. Resolution IT-1, authorizing budget modification of Oswego County Airport insurance recovery. Looking for motion for discussion. Motion to approve. Motion to approve. Legislator Martino, second by legislator Hulse. Okay. Any discussion? Okay, none. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, resolution IT-2, authorizing expenditure from capital reserve number 21, building renovations to capital project number C0625, Oswego County Courthouse renovation. Looking for the appropriate motion.
Motion to approve.
First by legislator Martino,
Second.
second by legislator Lockwood. Any discussion? Legislator Shaw?
This is just approving the renovation, correct? Isn't naming anybody to do it yet.
I think this is the starting point. We have
No, this is just establishing the capital project.
Okay, I'll wait for number 3.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Moving on to IT-3, resolution awarding professional services contract RFP 25BG003 A&E services for the exterior restoration and repair of the Oswego County Courthouse.
Motion to approve.
First by legislator Martino, second by legislator Hulse. Discussion?
We had discussed it previously, that time and material be listed with each contract, and I don't see it listed, which plays a huge role in the cost of the ultimate project.
I can tell you one of the reasons we were comfortable going with Dymo is they just completed a similar project and there were no extra costs. They, what they did is what their cost ended up at.
There's also some things I researched that they've been let go from certain projects, and there's a project in Henderson that's like 3 years older, and there's not really an end in sight. So I mean, I'm glad that that project went well.
And that's not the
This
new project.
this would be our third
Their
time.
project
in
with
the
them.
last
No
couple of years.
problems at all.
No,
We've
no
had that issue.
overrun.
Well, what is their time and material?
They didn't, I don't know if it was on there. It was on there.
It was on there. I mean, I can run down and get the book if you want to look at it.
Well, I mean, I just think it should be always compared. We had requested that before, because it can play a huge role in the end result. Just say you did go over, because most of our projects have gone over in the past. I'm glad we've had several that didn't, but it can be
Oh, no, we're
catastrophically
living through one,
expensive.
yeah.
Right, and
No.
that's, actually, that was part of the reason why we went with these guys, because last guy, we're right on budget, everything's going good. Camp Zerby, they did the bathhouse up there, and we were staying right on budget there, and they did the parking lot, or they designed the parking lot out to DSS, and once again, they promised everything that you know, that they did,
They delivered.
that they delivered, yes.
I really would like to know time and material, though. I would love to know the rate. Compared to, say, the second bidder, I just would like to know the time and material.
I'll get
I
that
feel they should be
information for you.
listed.
So
Do you
want it
agree
on,
with
like,
me?
you want it on a spreadsheet?
I do believe that it was vetted, and by all means,
But it should be in the packet what time and material is along with the bid.
so noted.
So maybe I can give you, I'll get you that information.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anything further? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Moving to IT-4, resolution authorizing budgetary modification insurance recovery fund to the Department of Solid Waste on appropriated fund balance.
Motion to approve.
First by legislator Martino, second by legislator Yurden. Any discussion? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion carries. IT5, resolution authorizing the execution of the snow and ice control agreement with the State of New York Department of Environmental Conservation and Water Access Areas. First by legislator Martino. Second. Any discussion on this?
Are we 100% reimbursed?
Yes.
It's an hourly rate.
Time
We
material.
have a truck in the area anyways, right? So it just kind of.
Yeah, we got one right, last guy does all parking lot. We've done it for quite a few years.
Anything further? All those in favor? Any opposed? None, motion carries. Next is going to be committee reviews and decisions. We're going to have a parking agreement with the American Red Cross.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yours?
So the Red Cross approached our office a couple months ago seeking to have a location in the northern part of the county to store an emergency shelter trailer containing emergency equipment. Worked with County Highway and found a location at the Pulaski Highway facilities where it would be an appropriate spot to put that. So this is an agreement asking you to approve us storing it there for 2-year agreement.
They have their insurances in place.
Yes.
Any discussion on this? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None? Carried. So, all right, moving on to buildings and grounds.
Right now, we're about 75% done with the roof up to the health department. They need 3 more days to tear off and put rubber down. So we're close. Like I said, 3 more days there, and then they're putting metal on. We're having rooftops put on very soon. In Williamstown, Camp Zerby, we just finished that insurance job. Upstate just completed that last week, so our roof is secure again. I believe the insurance company cut the check. And in Pulaski, they're forming the front stairs right now for the front entrance of the building. So they weren't up there today, but they're up there yesterday. They'll be back tomorrow. So those are the 3 big projects we have.
Okay.
Have they got all the windows on up there?
The windows, they had to reorder 5 windows, so they're all complete other than 5.
Okay. No further, we'll move on to highway.
Well, I'd like to tell you that we got salt shed and parish completed in the nick of time. I put salt in it last week, so we're moving along with that, and we just made the final payment today. It's very nice job, and I think, outlive its 25-year capacity life. So
That's good. Nothing but these.
it's guaranteed the canvas for 25 years, so they said it.
Okay.
And as you can see, we got winter weather approaching, and we started our night shift, and we've been working a couple weekends, and we're plugging along. We got quite our new plows going, and it was really good. Good.
Sean, I know there's issues with salt last year. Do you anticipate any issues with that again this year, or do you think we're gonna be slow? Okay.
Well, I personally think they did not mine enough salt in the past seasons, and that was our problem. And then everybody was going to get it, and they stopped your smaller contractors getting it, and they basically ran out. So they couldn't mine it fast enough for us. I talked to a few people that work there, and they said
So we should be.
we should be all set. I just ordered almost 4,000 tons of salt, so we're good till at least end of January if it keeps snowing every day.
Very good.
Perfect.
Very good.
All right, nothing further. Solid waste.
We've been working the bugs out of our earth for the past 3 weeks. Nothing major, just small stuff, small normal stuff after having a facility now for 3 months. In fact, actually, the trash coming in has been a little light, so we took half the plant down for 2 days because we've got some stack testing we do next week for our permit. So we'll start that back up Saturday night. And on the landfill side, had some road issues, snow and ice, it's been a little fun to deal with, but we're working through it. So business as usual.
Fair enough. All right, Central Services.
So continue to work on the network project. There's still a couple large sites to do and 3 or 4 small sites. The public safety center and the Fulton building that DSS to cut over. Hope to get back on those next week and continue to go through that. I think it's going to be down in January. On the security front, we have the CrowdStrike. It's like antivirus, but it's more than that. It's endpoint detection and response. That's through New York State. They've added another module called Identity, and it looks at, it's kind of focused more on our users and how we secure our users. There's some really great intelligence out of there, so we're onboarding on that. Another nice addition to our toolkit to improve our security posture, and there's just kind of no end to that. There's always something more we can do. We're good, but there's always room for sure. Another offering to New York State, it's called tax surface management or monitoring. We just did we're onboarding on that, transitioning off another free one that we've leveraged through federal Homeland Security through CSOP, but that's sunsetting. So we're onboarding with this one through JSOC. Initial findings, we had some very good scores, some zeros on certain fronts, which is so that really wasn't the case with any other company. So there were some good metrics there for us, but we're still kind of getting our arms around that in the early stages of that. So,
Greg, when you say offerings, is it actually offering, or are we paying something?
In some way, shape, or form, yes, we are. There's tax dollars that fund it. It's not a direct expense to us. But CrowdStrike, for example, if we were directly licensing that, the package that they have, it's not everything through CrowdStrike, but it's a very nice selection of services that are contracted for through New York State. If we were doing that directly, it would probably be then this ASM service, the tax service management. It's a payroll product, and they're like aspect of the security. But certainly the firewalls are very expensive. I bet that would be another 30,000 to 40,000. But yeah, this is very nice, but somehow, some way, shape, or form, there's tax dollars paid for it.
Of course. It's not a local share.
Right, well, at least, so hopefully they'll continue. Not yet.
Not yet.
Then the other thing, kind of an update on the video system. We have a handful of smaller install elements on that. They're part of phase 2, and we are looking at ways, as a follow-up to a question the legislator Martino asked last month, to improve the reliability of the system. So working with purchasing and county attorney. Once I have something specific there to report on, I'll give you an update on it. But we are engaged on that as a priority, including looking at how we are our internal structure on that. These are all, all the video traffic runs across our network. There's some of it that's still on the legacy network. It's a high volume of traffic. Key takeaway there is there's a number of variables. We have an issue with cameras that are not reliable, for sure. Early failures on cameras, it's not a function of our network, but where we have where we've gone to retrieve footage and it's not there, recordings aren't happening. That potentially could be impacted by latency on our network. A more recent incident of that occurring is traffic that flows across the lake, flows through the legacy network. It's one of the reasons we were updating it, because we have some log jams there. We don't have enough throughput. The equipment, legacy equipment, just doesn't have the capacity to move in there. Expediting transitioning that traffic up to the new equipment that has a lot more capability, plenty of capability to handle all of it. So, hoping to do some of that today, but looking at all options and now making sure we understand the cost.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, moving on, we're gonna do financial report.
That's, that's just
Okay.
us.
Nobody has any issues with it to bring up that week? No? Okay, look for the appropriate motion. First by legislative Hulse. The legislative Yerga. All those in favor? Good. Any opposed? None. Motion carries. You're adjourned.